So here, let's focus on our breath in through the nose and out through the lips. It's our constant. It's with us all the time. It's literally just under our nose. So breath in. And as you exhale, I invite you just to feel the body soften. The mind, the face, especially between the eyebrows when we don't think about it, we become so serious looking up there. Another breath into the nose. And as you exhale, imagine maybe just the sun shining over you, warming parts of the body that need some peacefulness brought to them. And let's bring our hands up to our hearts with a breath in. As our arms sink down, if we're standing, a little bend, hinge the hip and knee, just enough that you feel. I'm going to exaggerate my movement. We take another breath up, one more time, same movement. Gathering the chi, the life energy, drawing it through the bubbling wells of the soles of the feet. Let's open our arms, and in this moment here, we share a hug with each other, for the work that we do. Sinking down, letting go. This next hug, well, it's why you're here. It's for self-care, right? Well, this hug it's from you and it's to you. So I invite you to say some really awesome things about yourself. And just draw it in. Let it take up residency in your cells, your fibers, your atoms. And let's reach up to the sky as we lift ourselves up in thought and word. And like a rain shower, maybe a gentle snow flurry. Let those words of encouragement drift on you and through you. One more this way. If you'd like to look up, see if the eyes or the chin want to do this as well. Let your hands come down to rest just below your belly button where your belt buckle might be or is. Pause. Feel the stillness to the body. Feel the breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, imagine a cake. We're celebrating today, this moment for you. Let the hands float in, sinking down. Now here are some very simple steps in our practice of Taichi or Taichi Chuan. And it's going to be whichever foot you feel is your strongest, put all the weight into that leg. And take a regular step to me, slowly of course. And let the heel come down. Then feel the ball of the foot. The toes almost hang on, and then we come back. Just as slow as we went out. So ideally, in our breath, when we draw back, it's a breath in. Now the other leg comes out. When we step it out, it's a breath out. And the breath out is the length of your exhale. Let's try to do that one more time each side. Breathing in and exhale. So this is a wonderful practice called Chi walking, cloud walking, Taichi walking. Got lots of names. But it's exactly what we're doing here, only you would do a bounding step, one after the other. In the practice of our Taichi Chuan, we focus on the body, the mind, the breath, all moving as one. Now here we're going to leave this foot out here. And let's rock forward and back 2 times. So there's one. We're going to rock back. The toe lifts up just a little. Rock back out again. Now let the arms reach out like you're playing the piano. Let the hands swing down. Leave the foot out there, but let the hands swing up to the other side. And then right back where they came from. Giving your eyes direction to one hand, then the other. A breath in, a little bend to the knee, right? Exhale, we bring the weight more to the back leg. So I call it substantial and unsubstantial weight. So there's substantial weight to the back leg, right? We come back forward, and then there's substantial weight to the front. Now here, the hand that is furthest away when we come back here, let that hand come just underneath your collarbone. The other hand comes to your belly button. And as we come forward, this bottom hand reaches all the way out, almost straight armed. Another one reaches behind, letting the wild goose fly away. Let the hands come back in to hold the moon. That's where the one hand is higher than the other. A breath in. Now opening up your wings, being that wild goose, and in our mind's eye, this place that brings us peace. Maybe we're flying to somewhere in our mind space, our creation place that brings us peace. In this place, open the arms again, fly away. Now the arm reached away from the camera, let it swing up to the one extended to the front leg. Let both palms go down, and we're going to step back into place, let the arms swing low. Let the arms swing back over here to the side. We come back down. Now the hand that's going to be furthest away comes up to the collarbone, the other one to the belly button, which means that our other leg has to come forward. Let's rock 2 times. So here's 1. Substantial weight to the back leg. A little turn, if you will. Now let both arms open up. Here we go. The wild goose flies away again, balancing both sides. We float back to embrace the full moon. A breath in. And letting go. Open up. One arm sinks below, behind. We're going to grab someone's hand. Maybe you are. Who is that person you would like to do this practice with? Picture them there with you. And we're going to step back into place to hold the moon. So bring our heels back underneath each other. Heels under hips. This bottom hand is going to turn towards that side. It's going to float up as the other floats down. Like we're calling people to the dinner table of peacefulness. And we call them from the left, we call them from the right. Begin to feel your body weight gently shift one side to the other. Let your waist turn you one side to the other. So that way your hands just trade places. And they float through these empty spaces, this room that we are in. And while we're in this room, waving our hands like clouds, I invite you to, in your mind, step out of the room and be in that place. Notice the greenery. Maybe in your mind's eye, you look up to see that you are the clouds. You float across. One more time, each side. Now, if we start to do a movement, your body just goes, oh, thank you so much. Just keep doing it. Right? It's about finding peacefulness. So the arm that comes down, if you like, let it drape alongside you. We're going to go to the next movement. And then as the other hand comes across the last cloud in the sky, let it sink down. You feel how the weight gently pours to the other side? Perfect. So this side is going to reach up and go up the steps. And wherever your balance is down here, where we take it, we sink right back down. This is the rooster crows on one leg. A little balance work for us today, so we can find the balance not just in our breath, in our mind, but in our body. So every step that we take is perfect just for you. As our arms float up, just rising, think about those words that you spoke to lift yourself up. And each time you draw your foot up with the hand, imagine, feel those words draw back up through you. Now the foot down here is completely up to your balance, right? You can just shift the weight over. Some of my students that sit, then they just lift their heel. So you find your Taichi, which means grand ultimate. So we have one more each side. So I'm inviting you to find a movement that helps you, guides you to become a more grand ultimate version of yourself. Now here, as the arms come down, we'll come back to our first movement. Let the arms just sway to one side. As we sink back, come back into holding the full moon. The hand that's below is the foot that steps forward, so the wild goose flies away. There we are. The goose flies away. Let the arms sink down beside you, stepping back into place. Let the arms float over to the side without the light on. And we could drift back in to hold the moon so the other side can become the goose that flies away. There we are. Spread your wings. We come back into embracing the full moon so we can then become the clouds. Did you see the moon last night? Oh my goodness, it was amazing. A little turn through the waist changes the hand's directions. It was yellowish for a while and became pure white, like the sun was shining on it. Full moon though. Floating across, maybe you feel the warmth of the sun like the moon does. Let one arm sink down. Let the other join it when it gets there. A breath in, a breath out. Now the rooster crows on one leg, so find where your balance point is. I know you can do it. Find where it is great for you. A breath in. What's that best word you said about yourself? Bring it up. Guide it through you. One more to the other side. With the arms sink down, we open up the palms towards the sky, reaching up. And here I invite you to think about those people, places, things, thoughts, and ideas that bring you health, healing, hope, and happiness to our minds, our mental energy, into our hearts, our emotional energy, into our bodies, our physical energy. Draw those words in. Let them infuse all of who and what you are to your atomic level. And with that, I thank you so very much for joining me.